Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Apologies for the lack of episodes last week. I was very sick. Again. No voice. It was awful. I'm still not 100% but feeling considerably better. We were also able to get my 3-year-old in a little sooner to get tubes put her in her ears and her adenoids removed. So hopefully we are all done being sick for like 6 months at least. I'd like to hope, because I swear we've been sick since like the middle of October. It's been horrible. But anyway, here we go. So we've got Professor Means on the stand. Pretty sure he did it. I mean, he did it. We just gotta get him. Not interested, but if you want a class in swordsmanship, I'm your man. Of course. Only real blades will do. No swords at school. All weapons will be confiscated. Yeah! Nurse! Where's the school nurse when you need one? It would seem Sykes Dono seeks a showdown, Professor. In which case you would do well to draw your staff quick as lightning. Very well. Then I will just have to prove my innocence myself. I did enjoy Blackwell and Professor Means going at it. The real lessons begin in second period. Prepare to be served old school style. What is that? Oh, never mind. Your testimony, please. There, we got this. Like that. Main point, Juniper's killer, I am innocent. Now pay attention. Robin took over half a day to complete one statue. I, however, finished most of the other statue between 7 and 8:30 p.m. The defendant, Juniper, saw the two statues with her own eyes at 8:30 p.m. Completing a statue so quickly meant I could not leave the stage for a single second. How could I have possibly had time to go to the art room and commit murder? You're saying the defendant saw the finished statues? Precisely. She said so herself at the detention center yesterday. Her defense team was there and heard her say so too. Don't try to deny it now. That evening I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30. Okay. So I noticed that both stage statues were finished. Okay. They were quite large, and they were each covered with a white sheet, but I could tell... Wait. So she couldn't actually see them. Oh, right. The professor was there when that matter came up. Before I address the professor's charges, I have a question for Robin. How hard would it be to complete a statue like that in 1.5 hours? It would probably take me at least twice as long. So personally, I think it would be incredibly difficult to finish that in that short a time. God, this didn't exactly help our case. But he won't get off that easy. He's bound to stumble over his own slippery means. We got this. Okay, I believe that. Miss Newman took over half a day. Can you please be a little more precise than that? No, what a wonderful question. She was having quite a tough time, you see. Prosecutor Gavin's statue alone took her from the morning hours into the evening. Well, it is a rather large statue after all. Don't be silly. It merely exposes the difference between student and teacher. Okay. Most of the other statue? What exactly does that mean? Robin created the basic outline of Mr. Wright's statue before the last bell rang. I, in turn, completed the rest of it. No, he didn't. I see. In academics as well as art, learning the basics is incredibly important. In short, you skipped the most important part of the statue making, didn't you? Ah! Why, you insolent little... It is the practical applications built upon the basics that take so much time. Professors such as I mastered the basics a long time ago. Unlike Miss Fancy Pants here, who lacks all lawyerly fundamentals. Oh, quiet, you.
Now do you understand? I did not leave that stage until I was done.
I don't think he ever even started. I'm gonna take it for now. I've tried everything, but I still can't prove anything. I guess I could see— wait, what? No, I wasn't done!
I can't hear you. Say it louder this time.
Ugh. I can see the Professor Means never left the stage.
That's right, but what took you so long? I was there at the stage the entire time. I couldn't possibly have committed that crime.
Wait, no. I'm not gonna give up here.
I'm afraid I have to side with the witness, Miss Sykes. Unless you have any further objections, I'll have to put this issue to rest.
Wait, I didn't get to cross-examine like anything. Not yet. The defense still has an objection. Athena, you've thought of something? Well, as I said, not yet. Oh, so it's time for legal smoke and mirrors. Not yet, Athena. It's not yet time to quit. It's at times like these, when it seems like there's no way out, that you have to— yeah, I have to turn the case upside down. Instead of focusing on whether Professor Means could have gone to the art room, I should focus on how he could commit murder without going there.
It seems our young lady has a real bona fide idea. I must use any means possible to distract her. See if she can think while I cast these stones. Who brought the bird to school?
Sykes don't know. If I hear one word of your usual jibber-jabber, I shall have your head. The murder occurred in the art room, yet the witness was at the stage. How do you propose to fill the vast gap between these two key facts? If I accept the premise that the professor was on the stage the entire time, the only other answer is that we got something else wrong. Wait, that's it. I realized one of us made a huge mistake. We were totally wrong about the— not the suspect. I feel like this is where it's going. Because there really isn't— like the murder weapon doesn't even really help us. I'm gonna go with crime scene. I have nothing. If Professor Means was on the stage the entire time, then he must be the killer.
You're ridiculous. The defense has become utterly incoherent.
No, it's just the murder wasn't committed where we thought it was.
Continue, Sykes Dono.
Okay, the murder was actually committed here. Well, if you didn't leave the stage, then it had to be there. But— ooh. How? Okay, this did not go the way I thought it was. Where I thought this was going is that he didn't finish the statue, that like he half finished it. And then put the cloth over it. So that way you couldn't tell it wasn't finished, right? I mean, if we're arguing that he did it and that he never left the stage and that the crime occurred somewhere else and he did it, then we have to be arguing the stage. I'm assuming it's something with the pulley? Where was it? Or the crane? Where's— the wire between the stage and the art room.
Take that!
The greatest riddle of this case has been how the body was moved from the art room. But if the murder occurred at the stage, that means the body was never moved at all. Oh boy. The murder occurred in the art room.
Silly girl, when the body was found, there wasn't a drop of blood on the stage floor. Surely there would have been some blood if that's where the murder was committed.
There wasn't any blood on the stage, really? Yeah, that's right. But there was something on stage at the time of the murder that's now bloodstained. Oh, yes! Okay. You. Okay. It's true there were no bloodstains on the stage floor, but there was something on the stage that did have a bloodstain. And that would be this school banner. Okay, we're still in it. No blood would have gotten on the floor if this were under the victim when she was killed.
Oh my, that's quite a compelling theory.
Silence.
Wait, what? What is it now? My theory makes perfect sense. That was a pathetic attempt. You must put every inch of your body into your attacks. The autopsy states the cause of death was loss of blood, yet only a trace amount was found upon that banner. Where did the rest go? Blood getting out there when the body was moved by wire makes more sense than not.
Very good, Simon. Tell me, what's your first choice for higher education? I'll write you the ultimate in recommendation letters. You're all but guaranteed to get in.
Actually, the defense has something to explain that as well.
You do?
If there is only a trace amount of blood on the school banner, then there must have been something else the killer used to soak up the blood. All I have to do is figure out what. This is what soaked up most of the victim's blood. What? Oh!
Take that!
It looks like there's some other piece of fabric on top of the school banner.
Oh, that explains that. Okay. It's the Governor's banner that had been specially made for the school concert. Since it's on top of the school banner, the blood would have hit it first. It could have easily absorbed most of the blood like a dishcloth, and only a small amount would have soaked through to the school banner below. So it makes total sense for the school banner to only have a little blood on it.
So that banner absorbed the blood like a dishcloth. Yes, that would explain it.
The Governor's banner was like a dishcloth? Surely it was at least a towel quality.
Yes, Simon, don't just stand there. Do something.
Silence.
Sykes Dono, you are learning to wield the blade quite well. But how will you respond when I come slashing at you like this? The remnant of a large bloodstain was detected in the art room. But why would there be blood there if the murder occurred on the stage as you claim? The bloodstain in the art room was faked. How? I'll tell you how. All that was needed was something that could transport the blood upstairs. And that something was a piece of evidence we've just finished discussing. The killer used this to bring the victim's blood up to the art room. The cloth, but we don't have that as evidence, do we? Oh yeah, burnt remnants of the Governor's banner that was tossed into the incinerator, later found by Miriam. Is that it? I don't have anything else.
To think you'd stoop so low as to present mere garbage to this court.
It's only garbage because someone tried to destroy it by tossing it in the incinerator. That someone was most likely the killer seeking to get rid of crucial evidence. The killer used the wire to bring the blood-soaked Governor's banner to the art room. Then the blood was wiped onto the floor to complete the ruse. It makes perfect sense.
Order! This is quite the development. I think the body was never actually moved. Hold it right there. The body must have been moved. How else do you explain the loud crash you heard during the mock trial? If it wasn't caused by the body crashing into the statue, then what was it?
I hadn't thought of that. If that loud crash wasn't the body hitting the statues, what was it indeed?
The knot in the school banner shows that something was carried along the wire in it.
So if that's true, I know what I have to find. Something that was in the art room before the murder and then on the stage after. The object that was sent down the wire to crash into the statues was... do we have... what is this? Oh, wait a sec. Where is it? Oh, I just went past it. Come back. Right? That's why it's in that picture. Oh my god, how did I not think that was weird? Right? Yeah.
That statue.
Yes, I believe it was this statue that broke the other two, not Professor Court's body. That would make more sense, actually. The unique statue you see on the right, that's the pure White Lady Justice from earlier. Professor Court accidentally broke it while she was polishing it the day before the mock trial. But she used your own unique artistic sense and technique to repair it as you see here. Nobody would have guessed that it was originally Lady Justice.
Perhaps you are onto something. But why, pray tell, would anyone move that scrap-heaped relic in such a tedious manner? Excellent question, Simon. Keep them coming.
To draw our attention to what happened. You know why, but the fact that you won't acknowledge it shows how twisted you are. Lady Justice was moved during the mock trial. During that time, Professor Means was fabricating an alibi with his pre-recorded speech. If we consider the facts, then Lady Justice was moved in order to... I think it's more this one than this one, like... Yeah. Professor Means uses pre-recorded speech to fake an alibi during the mock trial. He wanted to make it look like he couldn't possibly have moved the body. Moving Lady Justice was his way of pointing us to the body and cementing his alibi.
Yeah. That's quite a persuasive argument. For a while there, I thought you weren't taking the trial seriously. Well done.
Nailed it. What now?
You should never underestimate me, Athena Sykes. Professor Means always means what he says, and says what he means by all means.
Fine then. Say it already. I'm waiting.
The murder occurred the night before, but the body wasn't found until late the next day. Countless students passed the stage till they met in the lecture hall for the mock trial.
The body would absolutely be found. No.
So answer me this, why didn't anybody see the body that entire time?
That can be explained by,
The victim was murdered on the stage and left there. The body would inevitably have been discovered. Of course, there was nowhere to hide a body upon that stage.
This is not good, Athena. Our claim is this close to being beaten to a pulp. I know, but we've come so far. We got this.
Consider yourself schooled. I couldn't have possibly killed anyone. The killer is none other than Juniper Woods. It always has been and always will be.
Nope. Whoa, just a minute. We got this, we got this, we got this.
Poor Juniper. She must seriously regret having asked you to defend her. Ugh! And to add insult to injury, you nearly had Hugh convicted for murder. Surely you haven't forgotten that little fiasco.
Ah! Wait, we can't lose. Oh!
Not only did you fail to defend your client, you also raised false charges against your friend. You have no right to call yourself a lawyer.
We can can do this. We got this. We got this. It's okay. It's okay. What are you going to do? But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? I'll just make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? Don't tell me I've failed once again. Failed to save someone near and dear to me. I've worked so hard to become a lawyer, and even studied psychology. Has it all been for naught? And am I just doomed to relive that all over again? Come on, we got this. We got this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Nope, never mind. I thought I had something. Athena, what's wrong? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Relax, Athena, breathe. It's not working. Everything's going dark. After all I've done, is this how it ends? Give me, Junie. I couldn't protect you like I said I would. You leave Athena alone, man. She's the one who saved me. Because of Athena that I could stop hiding and start living my life as a girl again. And she saved the friendship between Hugh, Juniper, and I. I think you're an awesome lawyer, Athena. One of the best. But I raised false charges against Hugh. That's not all. I've done some seriously unforgivable things.
What's the big deal? False charges are nothing to be scared of. I'm not even mad at you. I should really be thanking you. You used legitimate means to expose my wrongdoings and give me a chance to re-examine what's important.
But what does it matter if I can't save Juniper? I mean, the whole reason I've come so far is... Is that over yet, Athena? Even now, at this very moment, I still believe in you. Junie, I know you better than most people, Athena. And I know you'd never surrender to the dark age of the law like the professor did. Thank you, Junie. But I feel like I can barely breathe. I don't know what to do.
Silence.
Oh. Stop your bleeding this instant. You look an utter fool. Prosecutor Blackwell? There is one who awaits you, is there not? And that is the reason you have studied so very hard. Be prepared to give up on all you have worked for thus far. It would not do to have you disappoint you know who.
You're wasting your time. You have nothing on me. No evidence or anything else to establish my guilt. You are helpless before the might of lawyers for whom the ends justifies the means.
Don't worry, Athena. You're doing fine. The truth will always win. The truth will always wins against people like him. But Apollo, what am I supposed to do now? Listen, all you have to do is take a deep breath and look back over the entire case. If there's truth to be found, and there always is, you're sure to find it. Let me see you smile. Remember what Mr. Wright said? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Thanks, everyone. You don't have to worry about me now. Worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Man, even Blackwell stood up for us. Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Prepare for your utter defeat. Alright. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Rapid fire mode. Professor Court wasn't killed in the art room. She was killed right where her body was found. We know because there wasn't any time to move the body there from somewhere else. That means the body had to have been hidden somewhere on stage until it was found. Let's think along these lines and see where it takes us. First up, when did Professor Means remove the body from its hiding place? Let's see, what was he doing right before the body was discovered? He was using the span of time his fake alibi created to move the body to where it would be more easily spotted. Therefore, the only time Professor Means could have removed the body from his hiding place is during the mock trial. Yeah. It was during the mock trial, specifically during the speech, because otherwise that alibi wouldn't matter. Professor Means moved the body to an easily seen location during his long pre-recorded speech. The professor also moved something to the stage that wasn't there before, specifically White statue. Okay. During the mock trial, Professor Means wrapped the White Lady Justice in the school banner and sent it zipping down to the stage with a crash, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh no, I think I was right! The body's in the statue. He drew attention to the body and made it look like the murder occurred in the art room. But was there anywhere to hide a body on that stage? Yes! It doesn't seem likely. No, there had to be some place. Wait a second. How about something that should have been finished but was only mostly done? Something was used to cover the body up. But it didn't draw undue attention because it looked like it belonged there on stage. That way no one would suspect there was a body hidden inside. What was already on the stage and capable of concealing a body? It was the right set. The right... Ooh. Pretty sure it was the right statue? Body was hidden by right statue. Oh, I know, the Mr. Right statue that was never actually finished. The body was wrapped under some cloth to hide what was really inside, cleverly disguising it as the boss's statue. Okay, how do we prove any of this, though? Miss Newman gave up on the right statue, yet Professor Means finished it in a single night?
Yes, what impressive feat that was.
No, his so-called work of art deserves none of our praise. That's because it was only a facade to hide his real work. The murder of Professor Court.
Come again? I'm afraid I don't follow.
He hid the body by making it look like the statue of Mr. Wright. With the body wrapped under a piece of cloth, it looked just like a statue.
What?
I second that. What? Now this is getting interesting.
No, this is getting preposterous. How would such a thing even be possible?
We'll never know until we try. Uh-oh. I think I know where this is going. Okay, Apollo, time to turn me into a reasonable likeness of Mr. Wright. I'm going to pose like the statue, like so. And now I want you to wrap me up in a cloth so I look just like a statue. I hate to ask the obvious, but where am I supposed to get this magical cloth?
I'm afraid that isn't the right color, Mr. Justice.
Well, given how sudden the request was, it's kind of the best I could do, Your Honor. Alright, I think that about does it. Yeah. Well, what do you think, everyone? Do I look just like a statue of Mr. Wright or what? Looks like some random person to me. Aren't these statues a pair of busts? Phoenix Wright has that spiky hair on the back of his head. Forget the hair, the statue's head is way bigger than your average person's anyway. Gotta hand it to me for trying anyway. Wait, that's it. The hands. Her arms are raised over her head and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, Professor's probably tied up with something. The marks on her wrists. Her wristed indicated she'd been tied up. Apollo, tie me up in a new pose. Wait, you're not into this kind of thing, are you? What? No. Am I under oath? Besides, it was your idea. Just tell me how to tie your hands already. Professor Court's wrists were tied together and can't help but think that's related. How should I arrange myself to match the shape I want, given her hands were tied? Like that? That would make it look bumpy, right? Apollo, tie both my hands behind my head. I feel like this is not the place for that. See, this makes it possible to fake the spikes on the back of Mr. Wright's head. Sure, but then what about the statue's arm? With both arms behind your head, you can't exactly complete the pose. Yeah, it would be awfully hard to make the objection pose like this. I can't help thinking you've forgotten something, Athena. Something in the body that you don't have... Oh! That's why it was there in the first place! Alright, there was an arrow sticking out of her side. That's why. Okay, Apollo, take that and plunge it into my side. What, are you crazy? Fine then, go get some duct tape. Rapido, schnell! Alright. I don't need to know other languages to know bossy when I hear it. The fatal arrow to the side. Spiky hair created from 2 hands. A masterpiece in the making. Now cover me with that cloth. Remember to make the arrow stand out, okay? Mommy, the arm's too short. Shh, remember your inner voice, dear. Nobody's buying it. The arrow's nowhere near long enough. But what else could you use for the arm?
Still won't give up, eh? I must commend you, if only for your spirit and determination. No, of course she's not giving up. After all she's put me through, she owes me an explanation, and one that makes sense. No, disappoint me again, and the penalty will be doubly painful.
Yikes! I guess I better get it right this time. Hey, Athena, think. Professor Court was murdered when she stopped by the stage to see Professor Means. If it wasn't premeditated, he must have used something close at hand in his little ruse. Apollo, show me those stage's setup photos again. Like that? Right now? Okay, hold on. Please be in this photo. It just has to be. The arm on Mr. Wright's statue is really this right here. What? I have an idea. But I just don't know what would have happened to it. In the meantime... Right? Was it his staff? That would look like a pointer finger. Got it! I know what he used for the arm on the statue of Mr. Wright.
This is absurd. There's no such thing in this photo.
Don't play dumb with me, Professor. It's the staff you have right there.
Staff? This is the spear of a great legal warrior.
Whatever, just hurry up and lend it to me. Now I'm confused about the arrow. The length is perfect. Mr. Wright couldn't possibly object to such an awesome arm. Okay, go for it, Apollo. Sure, I'll give your arm a hand. Cloth and binding coming... Wait, whoa. Don't know how much longer this is gonna go on. I might cut this into 2.
Objection!
Yep. But now we need to prove where that came from. Or where it went to. It's Phoenix Wright, look! It's that famous lawyer! That's definitely him. I'd know that pose anywhere. We did it! Didn't we? Wow, am I not the spitting image of the legendary Phoenix Wright? Man who will bring us out of these dark ages and into an era of brilliant golden light? Golden light, all I see before me is the pink specter of a man. That's just because Mr. Wright likes his statue. He's positively tickled pink. Get it, Apollo? He's tickled pink. Ugh, that joke deserves a pink slip.
It seems the gallery is quite impressed with the defense's sharp thinking. And the witness? Bah, the resemblance is nothing more than a coincidence.
Wait, everyone fails what? Not so fast there, Buster. Unfortunately for you, I can prove my theory to be more than a mere coincidence. To prove that his spear was thrust into the victim, all I have to do is... Oh, test it for blood. We had assumed the victim's jagged wound came from the arrow being forcibly shoved in, but if the wound was from the spear instead, then we should be able to detect traces of the victim's blood on it. Everyone fails except me.
Your Honor, a brief recess, if you will. By any means possible. What if I get rid of my spear? Wait, what if I burn it?
What's wrong with a non-guilty verdict?
If I do that, I'll be found innocent. Yes, I'm innocent, I tell you.
Surely you don't expect us to take lectures from you now. Now I ask you in the gallery. Help me decide the professor's fate. What? That's not how this works at all. Bathroom detail? %30 salary cut? Gee. I think we broke him. Did he just shatter?
Prosecutor Blackwell, what has become of her witness, Aristotle means?
It is as Stono suspected. Blood was detected on his staff. He's admitted to this heinous crime. All of it. He shall join us in the clink tomorrow. His teaching skills can be put to good use there. Great, he'll teach felons that the ends justifies the means. So much for rehabilitation. Can I ask what the professor's motive was? I could barely make out a word he said on account of his shattered teeth. One of Blackwell's fellow inmates was once a surgeon. Why not a former dentist, too? I eventually had him put pen to paper. It turns out Professor Means was the one taking bribes. Oh! The victim had suspected him after a report from the class snitch that led her to question him at length the day of the killing, right there on that stage. The result, the heinous crime that was brought before this court. The fool, like Newman, had come to know of the script's contents via the victim's note. Seems he came up with a plan to stab the victim with her own awl in order to make the killing look like the one in the script and thus frame the defendant. But that scrap of paper with Hugh's name had the same mark as Professor Court's planner. Yes, about that. The planners are bestowed upon all students graduating at the top of their class. Really? So then... Indeed, once upon a time, Professor Means was also awarded the same notebook. The handwriting is being analyzed now, but like as not, the scrap belonged to him. Oh, that makes more sense. That, too, was evidence of the bribery scheme that the victim obtained. You know that Constance Court was clean and that only Aristotle Means took the bribes.
To think the professor would murder a colleague, then try to pin it on a student. If this is the dark age of the law, then we can only hope that a brighter future awaits. And the first step is to hand down my verdict for a promising young lady. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Words.
We did it! Woo!
I wish you all the best on your road to becoming a courtroom judge. We will need young people like you if we ever hope to restore the law to its former glory.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll work as hard as I can. Maybe one day I'll be able to work with all of you to make a difference. Proudly serve Professor Court's memory. Do not let her death be in vain. That's the last thing I expect to hear from him today.
Court is adjourned.
Woo! Thank you, Thena. I really mean it. It was nothing, really. I can take the biggest tangled mess of a case and unravel it just like that. I don't know. You looked pretty wound up there at the end, literally and figuratively. You look pretty hungry for a knuckle sandwich, Buster. I wanted to thank you too, Apollo. Don't mention it. Well, you're always there for Thena when she was in a bind. And at the detention center, where your smile gave me hope when there was none. It was like the warm rays of sun shining down on a peaceful woodlands. I think you're an absolutely amazing person. Thanks, Juniper. That means a lot to me. But I still have lots of work to do, and I can't wait until to see you on the judge's bench. I promise you I'll get there someday. That's why until that day, I'll... Guys, I got big news. This is huge. Oh, am I interrupting something? No, it's okay. I think. So what's the big news? The school festival is supposed to have been canceled after what happened, but... We just got a call. In memory of Professor Constance Court, who worked so hard to make it happen. The festival is being extended one extra day until tomorrow. Really? All right.
We've got a special treat for all of you. A love letter for Themis Legal Academy. Achtung, baby. It's time for the Guitar Serenade.
Hello, Content ID, my old friend. Oh, that probably won't be enough to do it. Oh, it was so much fun. School festivals are amazing. I think you and Robin are getting a little carried away. Your singing voice, Juniper, it could melt my heart.
Mr. Wright, thank you for that training seminar.
Just remember, the objection pose is all about attitude. Oh, and congrats on your mock trial win. Although Robin had you for a while there. I did, didn't I? But I'm just glad we're back to how we used to be, thanks to Athena. You know what? I think I'll stick with become a prosecutor after all. I'm gonna make up for my mock trial loss by winning the real deals in court. Mock trial loss? What loss? Wait, did they reprise the trial and Hugh won? Level-headed lawyer, course genius, and hot-blooded prosecutor course student. We'll go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the She-Devil's Blackheart. Yep. So, does this mean it's really gonna happen?
Juniper, there's something I've wanted to say to you.
Huh? Ooh, is he going to do what I think he is?
Juniper, can we still be friends? You know, best friends like we've always been.
Huh? Best friends? Yeah, weren't you going to profess your love for Juniper if you won the mock trial?
No, I was going to confess that I'm not a genius and that I'm really 25 years old. But you already dragged it out of me during the trial.
Whoops. Listen, Hugh. You too, Robin. Miriam. me too? Miriam's got this tactical espionage action stuff down to a science. I've been thinking. It's up to us to put an end to the dark age of the law if we can. Let's all work together and usher in a new age where winning only results from the truth. And the end never justifies the means. Count me in!
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Best friends forever, huh? No matter what anyone says, nothing beats true friendship. You bet! What about your BFF, Apollo? Aren't you a bit old to be using that word? But yeah, he's the best friend a guy could have. Which reminds me, we're supposed to meet up and gossip about the new girl in the office. Hey, no talking about me behind my back! So what kind of guy is he anyway? Well, if I had to describe him in one word... And so after some slight arm twisting, Apollo promised to bring me to meet his friend. Unfortunately, that promise was never meant to be fulfilled. Not long after, their friendship was mercilessly severed by fate. And the bonds between us began to fray and unravel as well. Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence. Even now, those words continue to ring in my ears. The discord in our ever-cheerful Apollo's voice made him sound so cold and distant. Why, Apollo? Why? Why would you leave us all behind? Whew! Alright. New episode has been added. The Cosmic Turnabout? That sounds awesome. Cool. That was a really good trial. I liked that case. That was, I mean, I've liked all the cases so far, but that one, that might be my favorite so far. I'd have to give it some thought, but right now that one's definitely, it's obviously the freshest in my mind. So that's probably a lot of it. It also, like I said, it does the thing where you have to figure out the who, as well as why and how. I thought they did a really good job with that. That was great. I hope you're all still excited to see the rest of this. I don't know how many more chapters there are. Is this the last one? I don't remember how many there usually are. I swear it's like 4 or 5. I don't know if the DLC counts. Whatever. I'm still having fun, so I hope you're looking forward to the rest of it, however long it may go. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.